Hello and welcome to a very special edition of our Comics Etc. show here to celebrate New York Comic Con.
That I didn't even realise was on.
Remy didn't realise it was on, and coming out of it, I wasn't expecting any news, but there was lots of really good news.
This is all news to me, literally right now.
So I'm going to be the news presenter. I'll be Sandra Sully of Comics Etc. and I'll be telling you all about what happened. So first of all, have you ever been to a Comic Con?
What?
I just want to tell everyone that I've been to New York Comic Con, I've been to San Diego Comic Con, and I've got to say, for a comic book nerd, San Diego sucks.
Why?
So New York Comic Con has a lot more comic book news. San Diego has some, but as a retailer, New York Comic Con is the way to go. It's because that's where the Marvel offices are, it's where a lot of the creatives live.
So they're closer to the action.
They're closer to the action, it's so much better. Like, yeah, San Diego is fun if you want to see what HBO are up to, but for a comic book nerd, New York. And that is why we have so much news that I've made a list. And I think you'll actually like all this news as well. And I'm going to start off with one that you'll actually like.
Make assumptions, just talk.
Well, today you mentioned Vertigo.
Yeah.
And how you missed Vertigo.
Well, Black Label sort of is like Vertigo, but...
It's back.
Really?
Yes. So starting with the first issue of Nice House by the Sea, which has already been out, they're re-releasing it with the branding of Vertigo. And I don't know if Black Label's dead.
What?
But Vertigo is back, baby. So there's going to be projects announced for Vertigo.
I wonder, this is a good question. Will they reprint all stuff that was released on Vertigo?
I think they will. So
Yeah.
I think, look, you can go two ways with this news. You can think that this is just them rebranding Black Label. I don't think so. I think this is the people at DC who are in charge going, yeah, you know what? Let's bring back the feel and the vibe of Vertigo and make some really good adult projects again.
Yeah, I'm still shocked if they got rid of Black Label, because I mean, I still liked the Black Label books and the format and all that.
If you ask me, I think Black Label will still exist as DC only projects, and Vertigo will be the...
Well, maybe like they'll use the main DC characters for Black Label.
Yeah,
and
that's
then,
what I reckon.
Yeah, they'll do all the others, like different stories
Yeah.
on Vertigo.
Very exciting news.
Interesting.
Very exciting news, that one.
Interesting.
I thought you'd like that one. So second of all, Marvel are launching their own version of...
Oh yeah, I've heard
Compact
this.
Comics.
So this I heard, and they're called, what's the name? They've got
Premier Collections.
Premier, yeah. Which I wasn't as surprised, because I feel like they started it with their digest formats for like all the Miles Morales, Gwen Stacy, and like Spider-Gwen and all that stuff.
Yeah, so they're going to be starting off with Daredevil Born Again, Captain America Winter Soldier, another good one, Black Panther, A Nation Under Our Feet, and the Fantastic Four by Jonathan Hickman run.
So what's the price point?
Now here's the catch.
Ooh.
Instead of being $10 US, they're going to be $15 US.
So that's $18 here.
Yeah.
So what are we talking?
They'll probably be $25, so it's not much of a difference.
Or I think that is though for the people that buy them, because I think that's what makes them so attractive, is people see $18, oh my God, that's under $20.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's going to be interesting to see how it goes.
Yeah, I think it'll go well.
Because what's the Masterworks, the
Mighty Marvel Masterworks?
So how much are they each?
They're expensive. They're like $32 Australian or something like that.
Because I feel like that was their equivalent for a while too. So.
But that just reprints the original, like really early
in
stuff.
Chronological.
Yeah, this is just the best of stories.
Yeah. And do they say when they're releasing?
No. So as soon as it is, it'll be on comicsetcdirect.com.au. So the next thing, Eddie Brock is the new Carnage. And Marvel announced a Spider-Verse versus Venomverse, and still no one cares about this stupid concept. Marvel, no one's buying this.
Yeah, but look at this Venom War thing. There's
no
too
one
much.
cares.
There's too many things. Like, how many wars do they need to have?
I don't get who this is for. They keep announcing
friends.
it. Just be friends.
Stop fighting.
Yes, exactly.
What is it?
There we go. Yeah. All right. So on other Marvel news, Ultimate Wolverine has been announced.
Okay.
Now this to me is interesting because if you've read, which we have the first issue of, the Ultimate X-Men, it doesn't have any of like the proper...
Who's the writers?
I don't know. I don't know. I didn't look at it.
Okay, so they haven't said the team yet.
Oh, they have, but...
Oh, you didn't listen.
I didn't listen. But...
Colin, fix this,
the
please.
fact that it is going to be like an actual Marvel character in it, I think is big news.
Yeah, because like you're saying, in the Ultimate X-Men, you don't really see any of the other characters.
No.
So that's what I was wondering, when they're going to bring in more of the classic X-Men people.
Now you can't see it, but the artwork will go up. The costume looks a little bit Deadpool-ish, so I wonder if there's a Deadpool connection.
Oh, like the Rainbow Connection.
Yeah.
but
They announced Absolute Martian Manhunter. Now, and I know you're thinking, oh, who cares?
yeah, I don't like him.
However,
What's the team? That'll be the...
look at this concept artwork, which we will bring up on the screen. Look at the concept artwork there.
Yeah.
So, it is by Dennis Camp and Javier Rodriguez, I believe his name is. Do you know much about Martian Manta's origin?
Manta? I don't know Martian Manta.
All right, so this is why I think this is probably the project I'm looking forward to the most out of all of Comic-Con, is because, okay, Martian Manhunter originally arrived on Earth and he took on the guise of a private investigator and tried to solve crimes as this alien who could shapeshift in his early days. So it was a bit of a noirish story. So if this is going to interpret those stories there with that brilliant artwork, I think this is going to be the highlight for me of the Absolute line.
That's exciting.
That is my personal favourite news for New York Comic Con.
Not mine.
But the biggest news of New York Comic Con is Hush is back. So starting in Batman 158 in May,
Oh,
Jeph
Bandage
Loeb.
Man.
Yeah, Bandage Man, but it's actually going to be Jeph Loeb and Jim Lee are back on the title as an ongoing.
He's in it. Jeph Loeb.
He's the new
title.
Hush. Yes,
Whoa,
he's like.
This is groundbreaking news, guys.
It's you didn't hear it anywhere else on the internet.
Because it's not real.
guarantee
He's
you.
lying.
But no, Hush is back with Jim Lee and Jeph Loeb doing Hush 2, starting in Batman 158 in May.
Jim Lee.
They're going to be doing, I don't know if it's going to be 12 issues or whatever it is.
They're really going back with like Long Halloween.
Yeah.
And now they're bringing this back.
Yeah. So how do you feel about the return of that
feel like-
creative team?
Look, yeah, sure, but maybe get new ideas. Don't always just rehash everything.
Yeah, I can kind of get what you're saying there.
Because I mean, they just did Gotham by Gaslight again.
Yeah.
They just did that. Now they're But I mean, Absolute Batman was great, so they are trying new things.
Yeah, they are. I think.
But I think people are going to be critical, but happy they brought back the original.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's something else. It'd be different if it was other people that were trying.
Yep.
Yeah.
So this comes out in May. So in June, we're going to be announcing the Comics Etc. is going to be closing because of our upcoming retirement from the amount of money we're going to make from Hush 2. How much money have we made from the original Hush?
I wasn't here.
Well, no, it's still like all the trade paperbacks.
yeah.
It still have, my God, I've sold hundreds of these. And yeah, so it's going to be a big project. I'm really looking forward to it. And then the other little bit of news that I don't know if I was going to tell you about. Did you hear about the New York Comic Con fight?
No.
There was a big fight, but new information is coming out daily, so this might not even be relevant anymore.
Sure, it's not clickbait.
No, there definitely was an altercation. So there was a special cover of latest issue of Spawn by Peach Momoko, and there were some signed copies. And the story by some people is that they'll let into the line a little bit early, the retailers. Even though retailers were not allowed to buy the cover, they put lanyards on saying that they were day guests. So the line was even almost full before the doors for New York Comic Con opened.
So how do you explain that?
Well, I don't know. There's a lot of he said, she said, they said over it. And then I've seen the footage, fights broke out in the line, punch-ups for this cover. So in typical New York fashion.
He's been waiting to do that crap voice for probably years.
Yeah.
That was it.
But you know what I don't get?
What don't you get?
You know what I don't get about it? It's not like Peach Momoko hasn't done a Spawn cover before. Like I'll show you the cover. It's a nice cover.
But is it worth
It's
fighting
worth
over?
fighting. No.
Is it selling for silly money?
Well, yes and no. Yes, it is selling for silly money. The silliest money that I've seen? No, not even close. So it's a bit of a weird one.
Question, why is there Hellblazer on the table?
Oh, because I actually wanted to bring this up when I was talking about the Vertigo stuff. If this is what we're in store for with the return of Vertigo, to have the classic...
because this has been, the numbers have been out of print for
Yeah.
ages because you can't get anything past volume 1.
But I don't even mean the reprint of the stuff. I just mean this kind of a concept again.
Well, here's an interesting question though, because that is Black Label now. So are they going to reprint it, reverting back to Vertigo?
Ooh. Great question, because he's a
Yeah.
part of the DC universe now.
But you know what I mean? That would be insane. So
Yeah.
they literally have printed it from Vertigo to Black Label back to
Yep.
Vertigo. Madness.
Yeah, it's weird. So it was a really good Comic-Con, I thought. A lot of information came out of it. Do you agree?
Yeah, I mean, it's cool to see Vertigo back, and it's
Yep.
interesting to see that they're trying Hush again. I mean, that's better news than No news.
No
I
news.
guess.
Marvel Premier Collections, that's going to be huge.
Yeah, that one I don't know. I need to see. Yeah, maybe they'll be bigger and that, like, as in thicker books, and that's why they're a bit more expensive. Who knows?
Well, yeah, because Born Again isn't that thick of a story, but the Hickman Fantastic Fours are.
But then again, that Joker one that
Is
came
thin.
out is very thin and costs the same. So yeah.
I was saying to our producer earlier in the week, actually, that I wouldn't be surprised if in 10 years' time, this is the new normal for comics, being that size.
Yeah, I'm not happy about that.
Yeah, I don't particularly like
I
it.
enjoy seeing a big hardcover with the art massive, because like this, it's just squashed.
Yeah.
It doesn't do it justice,
All right,
unfortunately.
my prediction is the majority of trades will be digest size. Hardcovers will still exist for the artwork collector.
Yeah,
That's
look,
my
I get it. Again, it's a great idea for the coming into comics and for travelers and for people that are, say you're passing through somewhere and you're like, I want to read something, I'll buy Watchmen for $18. Sure.
Yeah.
But you still want to go home and read your big, nice
you do.
hardcover, and you don't want to ruin art by squashing it
No.
down.
All right, so seeing as it's been such a long time since we've had a news segment,
Oh, we got some top 5.
we thought we'd do a top 5, what's been selling over the month.
The
So
top 5.
we know you guys love these, so we're going to be doing that. You can do it. I've
Okay.
talked too much. And
All right, so we're going backwards for the. So this is the Comics Etc. top 5. So just the classic website.
classic website.
Walk in, come into the store, classic site.
Yep.
So number 5, Absolute Wonder Woman, number 1.
And I'll stop you right there, straight away. As of filming right today is the day of Absolute Wonder Woman's release. So the fact that it is our number 5 selling best title and it hasn't even officially come out yet is huge, I think. Okay, now go.
Number 4, Ultimate Spider-Man 9, still selling. Yeah. Number 3, Batman 153. So even though there's Absolute Batman, the regular Batman is still going.
Yeah, so that's been a bit of an uptick in sales because that is the first DC all-in Batman title. So people are using that as a good jumping on point.
Well, and then we go on to number 2, DC All-In Special.
Yep.
So that's because it was special.
Yes.
And number 1,
No surprise.
Absolute.
Batman?
Yeah.
Yeah, Absolute Batman number 1 selling.
No surprise, and then yet you said it like you didn't know.
by a huge margin.
All right. So that's the regular site. Let's do the
Shut up
comics.
for a sec.
Okay, don't tell me to read them out if you tell me to shut up.
In December, we're going to be doing our best-selling titles of the whole entire year.
Oh, could that be a special one?
Do you think that will be number 1? We will combine different printings.
I'd say it's going to be close between that and Ultimate Spider-Man number 1.
Okay.
Yeah. Am I allowed to keep going, or are you going to rudely interrupt
You
again?
can go.
Okay, so comics etc. direct.com.au.
What
top
is Comics
5.
Etc. Direct?
They know. They've watched this enough. Don't give them your garbage. Okay, so it's funny because it's literally a mixed up list.
Yeah.
Except there's a couple new ones. Well, one. So number 5, Batman 157. So that's obviously way ahead because Comics Etc. Direct is a
Hang on, did you say
site.
157?
Yeah.
But Hush starts in 158 and that's not out till May. That must mean that Batman is going to be taking a big hiatus.
Break for Batman. This just in.
Breaking
Batman
news!
is taking a break.
Hey, this is actual breaking news. No one's picked up on this that I've seen anywhere.
Yeah, unless you wrote this wrong, so egg on his face, but hopefully not. All right, you done now?
I may have written it wrong, but we'll find out.
Yeah, okay. So oh, you spat on me too. Number 4 is Absolute Wonder Woman. Number 3.
Yep.
Oh yeah, so that's, it's playing with my mind because I got to remember that Direct is a pre-order site.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Number 3 is Ultimate Spider-Man 12.
Yeah.
Number 2 is Abolustute Superman number 2. Apparently you can't spell.
I didn't think you would be so stupid enough.
And number 1 is, again, Absolute Batman number 3.
Yeah.
So I'm really interested to see what this Absolute
Yeah.
Superman is going to be about, because Absolute Superman hasn't even come out yet. So they've already started a different title.
Yeah, Absolute, big hit. Absolute is a big hit. So that's it for the news. Look, we're not going to do the news show much because nothing happens in comics.
Other than when there's Comic-Cons or there's fights about variants,
Yeah.
there's not really massive news. But we still like doing the top 5s
Yes.
or like that stuff's cool.
So we should throw them in whatever. Because we like doing a random video once a month where we don't know at the start of the month what we're going to do a show on. So yeah, we might just throw that information in somewhere.
Cool.
All right, well, thank you for joining us, and we will see you next week.